Hey guys, welcome to my Double XP Weekend Extended Guide. So in this guide, I'm just going to show you what Double XP Weekend Extended is and also some useful tips and tricks for it. Also some skills that would be pretty useful to train during this Double XP Weekend. So anyway guys, I really hope you guys do find this video helpful and you'll know basically everything there is to know about Double XP Weekend. So anyway, let's begin. So first off, what is Double XP Weekend Extended? So essentially what it is 48 hours of Double XP over a span of 10 days. So whenever you log in, this timer is active. So you want to make sure that you have a plan set, you know what skills you want to train before you start logging in, because your time is going to be ticking down just from the time you are logged in. So you have 48 hours over a span of 10 days where you will gain double XP on all skills. It's a great time to train many different skills, especially the Bible skills, which we will talk about later on. Also, the XP boosts that stack with Double XP Weekend Extended. These include skill outfits, bonus XP, also pulse cores and cinder cores. These can be used as well. Now, XP boosts that don't stack, these include XP lamps, XP rewards from quests or something like that. Also offering bones to altars, that includes the player-owned altar and also the chaos altar in the wilderness. So that being said, prayer isn't a good skill to train on Double XP. Also, you can't turn in your bags of loot for safe cracking. There's a few other things like daily challenges, etc. And also for invention. So invention is somewhat different on Double XP Weekend. So augmented items, they will gain XP 1.5 times faster. So essentially, you will be able to siphon these items for XP a lot faster. Although when siphoning the augmented items, you will not get double XP for this. And then also Archaeology, which is the new skill that was released. It's not going to be affected by double XP until September 30th, 2020. So not a great skill to train until it is past September 30th. So now that you guys know the basics about Double XP Weekend Extended, there's also a lot of useful items that you should save up before Double XP Weekend and then also use them on Double XP. So here's a list of some items that are really useful to use on Double XP Weekend. First off is the protein items. So you might have some protein packs lying around in your bank. You do get these from Treasure Hunter, also a few other promotions. And what they are, they give you tons of XP on various different skills like fire making, construction, hunter. There's also crafting and fletching and a few other skills. I will be linking a full protein item guide in the description down below so you can know what the best use of your protein packs are. But this is a great way to train on Double XP Weekend because you do get a ton of XP using proteins. They're also pretty AFK, and getting just double XP on it is just a big boost. So also skilling dummies, these are another really useful item to use on Double XP Weekend. You might have these lying around in your bank as well. You get them from Treasure Hunter and other promotions. And they do give you a ton of XP, so that you can get Hunter XP, Agility XP, Slayer XP, and also Thieving XP. So these are really great to use on Double XP Weekend. You do get a ton of XP from these. Also, Silverhawk Feathers is another really useful item to use on Double XP Weekend. They are affected by double XP, so it is a great time to use them. You can train some agility while you're training all these other skills. And agility is known to be one of the worst skills to train, or most tedious anyway. So it is great to get tons of XP just using these Silverhawk Feathers while you're training other skills on Double XP Weekend. Also, the cinder cores and pulse cores are another really useful item to use on Double XP Weekend. As I mentioned earlier, they do stack onto the double XP, so it is pretty useful just because you're getting more than double XP for a certain skill. And usually that is the best to use on Double XP Weekend because that's when you would be training your buyable skills and you'll be saving just tons of money if you do use them now. Also, portables, another really useful item to use basically always when you're training. You can use the portables friends chat, or you can just go ahead and buy yourself some portables. But if you're training skills like herb lore, fletching, crafting, definitely use the portable skilling stations for those skills, as well as the few others. Also, make sure you have your useful supplies for training. So what I mean here is just the raw materials. So if you're going to train construction, for example, make sure you have the planks available because the prices are going to be really high on Double XP Weekend. And the same goes for all the other skills that you might be thinking of training. If you're training Herblore, for example, make sure you have the potions and just the raw materials to train whatever you're planning on training. Now, moving on to this next section, I'm going to talk about 10 skills that would be really useful to train on Double XP Weekend. So here are 10 of the best skills to train on Double XP Weekend, and before I go through them, I do want to mention that this is just a personal list. These are 10 really great ones to train, but the order does vary just because that's my personal opinion. But most of these, as you can see, they are the buyable skills. So the buyable skills, they're the best to train because they're usually actually the fastest to train, but they also cost the most. So if you do train them on Double XP Weekend, you'll be saving a ton of money, effectively training it at half the cost. So anyway, looking at number 1, I have summoning. Summoning is a really expensive skill to train. You not only need the money, tons of money to train this skill, you also need the charms, and charms can take a while to actually gather, especially at lower levels, which is why summoning is a really great skill to train on Double XP Weekend. You not only save tons of money, but you also save a lot of charms as well, which does take a really long time to collect. Now at number 2, I have Herblore. Now Herblore is another really great skill to train. It's super useful, especially if you're planning on doing PVMing, because you can make overloads. So it is just a really useful skill in general, but it also is another really expensive skill to train. Making potions almost always costs you tons of money, so being able to half that cost on Double XP Weekend is always really great. One thing that you should know when you are training Herblore, make sure you are using a portable well, because this way you'll get more XP and you also save more money as well, so make sure you are doing that. But Herblore, definitely another skill that is really great to train on Double XP Weekend. Also because it is now a 120 skill, so you can even train it up to 120 and get all those other useful potions with that. Now at number 3, I have construction. Construction is another buyable skill, also a really annoying skill to train. And everyone who has trained construction, I'm sure, would agree. You'll need to buy tons of planks, and then you will need to sit in your player-owned house and basically just make the same thing over and over again. It's not really a great skill to train in terms of XP. It does cost a ton of money, and it is really boring, so it's a nice skill to get out of the way on Double XP Weekend. Crafting is another one. It's another really expensive skill, so there you'll be saving a lot of money on that as well. You should even be able to get up to 550,000 XP per hour, crafting things like black dragonhide shields and bodies, although you will be losing a ton of money from doing this. So doing it on Double XP, you'll not only get 1 million XP per hour, but you'll also save a lot of money training it as well. And then number 5, fletching. This is another viable skill. It does cost a lot, but the XP rates are really high as well, so you can actually gain well over 1 mil per hour on Double XP Weekend training this skill, and it should only cost you around probably 30 to 50 mil training it, depending on your method. 6 is smithing. Smithing's another viable skill, pretty useful skill also, so it's another good one to train. And again, here you'll be saving tons of money by training that. Number 7 is dungeoneering. Now I have this in here because personally it's a skill I really don't like doing. I think a lot of other people don't really like it either. But it isn't a viable skill, so this one you might not choose to do because of that. But the XP rates do seem to be fairly slow, especially if you don't have a group or you're soloing the dungeons. But anyway, it's just a skill that I don't really like doing, and that's another thing that you need to keep in mind. All those skills you don't like doing or you don't enjoy, try and get them done on Double XP Weekend, because you'll be taking half the time to actually train that skill. So that is another really good point. And on to number 8 is Hunter. Hunter's another favorite skill by many to train on Double XP Weekend. A lot of people don't really enjoy Hunter. It's not a viable skill. It's actually a gathering skill, so you can make money off of this, which is kind of neat. But Hunter, it does seem to be pretty low, especially at low Hunter levels. But a lot of people even train it up at high Hunter levels on Double XP Weekend. I know that's what I did. I actually used protein traps, catching crystal skill champas, and you get a lot of XP per hour doing that. So Hunter is another pretty good option to train on Double XP Weekend. Number 9 is rune crafting. Probably a notorious skill. A lot of people really don't like it. So if that's you, maybe you want to get this out of the way, try and get to 99 on double XP weekend, so it will save you a lot less time of actually training this skill. And then number 10, I put my personal favorite skill, which is Slayer. Slayer is a really great skill to train on double XP weekend because you just get a ton of XP in general. So just doubling it is really great. You get not only get Slayer XP, but you'll also gain combat XP as well. And that's definitely what I'm going to be training on double XP weekend. I'm going to be pushing to 120 Slayer. So that's definitely going to be my choice and my favorite thing to train on double XP weekend. Basically just because you get a ton of XP from training the skill. Also, you should make quite a bit of money from training Slayer as well, which is another pretty good positive. And so it's not to say that these 10 skills are only the best to train on double XP weekend. There's lots of other skills that are really useful to train, including divination, cooking, fire making, wood cutting. These can all be skills that people don't like training, so maybe you want to get it out of the way on double XP weekend. Also, these skills can be considered somewhat slow, so maybe you want to get it out of the way on double XP because of that as well. Also, one last point that I should mention, agility is another skill that a lot of people train, although they usually train it by the use of silverhawk feathers. As I mentioned earlier, that's a really great way to train agility on double XP weekend. Usually the price on silverhawk feathers aren't too expensive because there's a lot of promos for them. So it is a really great time to buy some silverhawk feathers, get you some free agility XP for literally just training other skills on double XP weekend. Another really great option. Now, the last thing that I wanted to touch on is a little bit of the investing side of double XP weekend. So as you can see, this is super ranging potion 3s. They're really useful and widely popular for training herblore. Now, as you can see, when double XP was announced, they were at about 16k. And on double XP weekend, which is just in a few days now, they're at 29k. So you can see that they did jump a lot. And you can see that the prices were affected from the previous double XP weekend extended, which was February 21st to March 2nd. So you can see that the prices jumped up for February 1st, but they actually decreased as double XP went along and during those 10 days. So that's another thing. If you haven't bought your materials now, maybe you can wait until the last few days and the price might even go down. It's tough to say though because double XP weekend extended hasn't been around for that long, so we don't really know how the prices always are affected by it. Another just useful item that you guys might look at investing is yak hide. Basically, it's all just raw materials that you can think of that people would be using. Yak hides for the pack yak pouches. But as you can see, the prices just skyrocketed leading up to double XP. Actually dropped a little bit before the start of it, but basically it's the same principle. Whenever double XP weekend is announced, all of these raw materials, they always go up in price. So if you're looking at investing, definitely go ahead and do that. Buy it before double XP weekend and then sell it on or right before double XP weekend, and you should make tons of money. You can also buy these items after double XP weekend because usually people are selling their extras and the price usually does go pretty low. So that is also another pretty good time to buy. And then you just sell it whenever it goes back up again or whenever another double XP weekend is announced. So anyway, guys, those are all the tips I have for double XP weekend extended. I really hope you guys did enjoy this video and you found all these tips helpful. I know for me, I am definitely going to be training Slayer on double XP weekend, and definitely let me know in the comments down below what you guys are going to be training. I'm genuinely curious to see which skills you guys are going to choose to train on double XP weekend. You got 48 hours to train, so lots and lots of time over the span of 10 days, and definitely just have fun with it. It's a really great format that Jagex has came up with. And it should be a pretty good time. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I really hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.